खान 4 रोज़ा दौरे पर मौजूद हैं। आज उनके दौरे का दूसरा रोज़ है और सुरमाए ओलंपिक्स की इफ्तिताही तकरीब में इस वक्त वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान मौजूद है। वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान का आज दूसरा रोज है चीन में और बीजिंग में सुरमाए ओलंपिक्स की इफ्तिताही तकरीब जारी है, जिसमें वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान मौजूद है। तकरीब का शानदार आगाज इस वक्त जारी है। पाकिस्तान चीन मुख्तलिफ आलमी उमूर पर यकसा मौक़िफ़ रखता है। वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान इस वक्त बीजिंग में मौजूद हैं। वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान विंटर ओलंपिक्स की इफ्तिताही तकरीब में शिरकत के लिए पहुंच चुके हैं। चीन के दारुल हुकूमत बीजिंग में 24वें विंटर ओलंपिक्स का मेला सज चुका है। चीन पहली बार विंटर ओलंपिक्स की मेजबानी कर रहा है। सुरमाए ओलंपिक्स की इफ्तिताही तकरीब का शानदार आगाज। इफ्तिताही तकरीब में वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान समेत आलमी सरबराहान भी मौजूद हैं। तमाम तर मनाजिर इस वक्त आप अपनी टेलीविजन स्क्रीन पर देख सकते हैं। बराह रास्त ये मनाजिर हैं बीजिंग के, जहां पर सुरमाए ओलंपिक्स की तकरीब का बाकायदा आगाज हो चुका है। विंटर ओलंपिक्स 2022 की इफ्तिताही तकरीब जारी है। और यहाँ इस्लामाबाद से खबर दें, जहाँ एमकेएम पाकिस्तान का वफ्द मुलाकात के लिए मौलाना फजलुर रहमान की रिहाइश गाह पहुंच गया है। एमकेएम के वफ्द में आमिर खान, वसीम अख्तर समेत दीगर रहनुमा भी शामिल हैं। मुलाकात में सिंध के बल्दियाती कानून समेत मुल्की सियासी सूरत हाल पर गुफ्तगू की जानी है। आपको बताएं कि इस वक्त एमकेएम का वफ्द इस्लामाबाद में पहुंच चुका है और आपको ये बताते चलें कि मुलाकात में सिंध के बल्दियाती कानून समेत अहम उमूर ज़ेर गौर आने हैं। एमकेएम पाकिस्तान का वफ्द मुलाकात के लिए मौलाना फजलुर रहमान की रिहाइश गाह मौजूद है। एमकेएम वफ्द में आमिर खान, वसीम अख्तर समेत दीगर रहनुमा भी शरीक मौजूद है। मुलाकात में सिंध के बल्दियाती कानून समेत मुल्की सियासी सूरत हाल पर भी गुफ्तगू होनी है। अहम तरीन अपडेट है, एमकेएम पाकिस्तान का वफ्द इस वक्त इस्लामाबाद में मौजूद है और मौलाना फजलुर रहमान की रिहाइश गाह पहुंच चुका है। एमकेएम के वफ्द में आमिर खान, वसीम अख्तर समेत दीगर रहनुमा भी शामिल हैं। मुलाकात में सिंध के बल्दियाती कानून समेत मुल्की सियासी सूरत हाल पर बातचीत की जाएगी। शहदाद कोर्ट से खबर शामिल करते हैं, जहां पेशी पर अदालत जाने वाले बाप बेटे पर मुखालिफिन ने फायरिंग कर दी है। गोलियां लगने से दोनों जख्मी हो गए हैं। रेस्क्यू ने जख्मियों को अस्पताल मुंतकिल कर दिया है। पुलिस ने वाक़े का मुकदमा दर्ज करके मफरूर मुल्जिमान की तलाश भी शुरू कर दी है। पुलिस के मुताबिक वाक़या ज़ाती दुश्मनी पर पेश आया है। जल्द मुल्जिमान को गिरफ्तार कर लिया जाएगा। ओकाड़ा में पाकिस्तान किसान इत्तेहाद ने मुतालबात के हक में एहतजाजी तहरीक चलाने का ऐलान कर दिया है। रहनुमा किसान इत्तेहाद के मुताबिक 23 फरवरी को ओकाड़ा जबकि 25 फरवरी को पंजाब भर में एहतजाज किया जाएगा। मुतालबात मंजूर ना हुए लाहौर और इस्लामाबाद में भी एहतजाजी धरने दिए जाएंगे। पाकिस्तान किसान इत्तेहाद के मरकजी सेक्रेटरी जनरल चौधरी हसन अकरम आरई का कारकुनान से खिताब में ये कहना था कि हुकूमत के लिए तबले जंग बजा दिया गया है। किसानों की मुश्किलात में इजाफे की जिम्मेदार हुकूमत है। हुकूमत बिजली बिलों में से FPA और QTA टैक्स फौरी खत्म करे और 1 यूनिट रेट मुकर्रर किया जाए। गंदम का रेट कम अज कम 2200 रुपए मुकर्रर किया जाए। मुतालबात पूरे ना होने तक ये एहतजाज का सिलसिला जारी रहेगा। और एक बार फिर से बराह रास्त आपके लिए चलेंगे चीन और बीजिंग में वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान मौजूद हैं। सुरमाए ओलंपिक्स की तकरीब का आगाज कर दिया गया है।
This beautiful light display of a humble dandelion, a flower that shows the passage of time.
Having seen the President of the People's Republic of China acknowledge those in attendance at this opening ceremony, now the flag of the People's Republic of China emerges. The flag consisting of a red field with large yellow star and 4 smaller stars in its upper hoist corner. 5 stars are significant, from the 4 cardinal points plus the centre to the traditional 5 classics, 5 elements, 5 rulers and 5 virtues.
This flag relay has ordinary people from all walks of life in China, starting with those children. Includes representatives of 56 ethnic groups from across this huge country.
The young trumpeter is playing the well-known and much-loved melody in Chinese households, My Motherland and I, and the song expresses the affectionate bond between the country and its people, a bond compared to that between the ocean and its waves.
The pandemic, which has kept us all at arm's length for so long, has also curtailed the usual route of the Olympic torch, which makes this unique relay rather poignant.
And when our hands join, our hearts are connected.
As in any country, there is great reverence for the national flag, as reflected in the incredible precision the soldiers bring to this important moment of protocol.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the People's Republic of China. 女士们、先生们，请起立，升中华人民共和国国旗，奏唱中华人民共和国国歌。
We now see an icy drop of Chinese ink fall from the sky and change into the famous Yellow River. This is an idea lifted from an ancient Chinese poem which holds that the Yellow River, or the Mother River, actually pours from heaven.
The number 24 is back. Stand by for 24 laser beams ready to carve back into the past and the history of the Olympic Winter Games.
As we hit the 24th edition of the Olympic Winter Games, 6 ice hockey players strike a puck. That begins to shatter the ice, and the process of ice breaking represents breaking barriers, resolving conflicts, approaching each other and understanding one another. And significantly, as the ice shatters, being revealed are the Olympic rings, under which the competing athletes will enter the stadium tonight.
The Parade of Nations. Greece enters first as the historical birthplace and sentimental home of the Olympic Games, and the host nation marches last, of course. Flag bearers Maria Danu and Apostolos Angelis from cross-country skiing. The country made its winter debut in 1960 at Lake Tahoe. First father and daughter to compete at the same Olympic Winter Games were Greek biathletes Panagiota Sakiri and her father Thanasis. For Turkey, 7 athletes in Beijing competing across 4 disciplines. Turkey has not won a medal at the Olympic Winter Games, with its best finishers being 15th in the 1968 men's cross-country skiing relay and 19th in the 2018 ice dance, the figure skating couple of Elisa Agafonova and Alpa Utsa. Flag bearers Ayasuna Duman from cross-country skiing and Furkan Akar from short track.
Well, Malta maintains its status as one of only 5 nations to be represented at the Olympic Winter Games exclusively by women, with snowboarder Janice Spiteri, the only athlete in Beijing, proudly waving the Maltese flag. A country rich in history, but with an area of only 316 square kilometres, is Europe's most densely populated country. Alpine skiers Mathieu Neumüller, an 18-year-old ski instructor in France at his first Olympic Winter Games, and Mia Claire, adopted by a French couple when she was only a year old, competing in her second, are the only Malagasy athletes in Beijing. Glorious subtropical island, Indian Ocean island, renowned for its rich biodiversity.
A second and consecutive appearance at the Winter Games for Malaysia, but the first with a female athlete. Arwin Salehuddin, holding the flag, started skiing while in daycare as a toddler, and alongside her fellow US-based skier Jeffrey Webb, who was also flag bearer 4 years ago. Proudly waving the flag, skier Sarah Escobar, she's only 20, competed at the Winter Youth Olympic Games 2 years ago while still recovering from torn knee ligaments from skiing with a knee brace. She's her country's first female Winter Olympian and first alpine skier, and is hoping to inspire the next generation.
As a 7-year-old Canadian-born alpine skier, Shannon Ognai Abeda drew a picture of himself standing on an Olympic podium. Now he's again qualified to be Eritrea's only Olympic Winter Games athlete. Proudly carries the flag, the country of his parents' birth. He also waved it at the inaugural Winter Youth Olympic Games in Innsbruck in 2012. Jamaica, alpine skier Benjamin Alexander, a DJ by trade, will become the third non-bobsledder to represent Jamaica, but his mentor is Dudley Stokes, one of the 4 original Jamaican bobsledders, and he carries the flag with bobsledder Jasmine Fenletter Victorian. The great 1988 Jamaican bobsled team that the film Cool Runnings is loosely based on has inspired 2 generations of Winter Olympians.
Well, carrying the flag for Belgium is figure skater Luna Hendricks. She's only 22, but she's also had to overcome back and ankle injuries to be here. But she says she was practically born and raised at the ice rink because 2 of her older brothers played ice hockey when they were younger. It's in her blood. Well, among the medal hopefuls, team captain Takagi Miho, fellow speed skater Go Arisa, and Nordic combined skier Watabe Akito, who we can see carrying the Honimaru, or the Circle of Sun flag of Japan. As highly successful Summer Games, Japan's got its largest ever overseas contingent here in Beijing. 50% more women than men in the team, so that makes 75 women to the 49 men.
Certainly one of the darlings of the sport is Hanyu Yuzuru, 2-time Olympic figure skating champion, who's broken the world record 19 times.
Just 5 of their previous 46 Winter Olympians are women, including speed skater Huang Yuting, who shares the flag this evening with Ho Pingjui. Huang returns hoping to improve on her 20th place in the 1,000 metres in Pyeongchang. The best finish at a Winter Games has been 15th in the 2-man bobsleigh, Nagano, 1998. Baseball is the country's most popular sport. Two alpine skiers, Hao Xian-yung and Audrey Alice King, and short track speed skater Sydney Chu. Been competing at every Winter Games since Salt Lake 2002, and like Chinese Taipei, yet to win a Winter Games medal. But they've won summer gold in fencing and sailing.
Denmark's only Olympic Winter Games medal was silver in the women's curling at the 1998 Nagano Games. Madeleine Dupont, who will compete in curling, and ice hockey star Frans Nielsen are the bearers of the oldest continuously used flag in the world, the Dannebrog, or Danish cloth, that references the flag. Country that has the highest percentage of employment for women in the European Union, of around 70%, competing at the Games with the closest gender gap. Nearly 48% of all events will be contested by women. First competed as an independent nation in Lillehammer 1994, where the legendary figure skater Oksana Bayul won Ukraine's first Olympic gold medal. Well, figure skater Alexandra Nazarova and Alexander Abramenko carry the flag here.
Just the one team member for Uzbekistan. This is 24-year-old Komiljon Tuktayev. He'll be going again in the giant slalom after becoming a Winter Olympian for Uzbekistan 4 years ago in South Korea. Now there's a piece of history for Brazil's cross-country skier Jacqueline Moreau. She's one of two athletes who took part in the Beijing Summer Games and coming back in 2022. In 2008, Jacqueline competed in the cycling, and this is her 8th Olympics.
Alpine skier Mohammed Karim is Pakistan's only athlete here and the flag bearer, and returns to compete in men's giant slalom. It's his 3rd Winter Olympics, and it's the 4th time his country has participated. His nephew Syed Human competed in cross-country skiing, Pyeongchang 2018. Although yet to win a medal, Israel has had 3 top 10 finishes, all in figure skating. 3 of the 6 athletes here in Beijing are figure skaters. The flag bearers, Noah Sholas from alpine skiing and Yevgeny Krasnopolsky, a figure skater. They've competed since Lillehammer 1994. Won 2 gold medals at the Summer Games.
From a country that does not have a word for snow in any of its dialects, alpine skier Johan Guth-Gonsalves is at his 3rd Olympic Winter Games and remains Timor-Leste's only ever Winter Olympian. The flag of North Macedonia carried by slalom skier Dardan Dehari, while cross-country skiers Anna Tsevadnovska and Stavre Yada are the other members of the 3-athlete delegation, only 2 of whom march here tonight. A beautiful country with a rare geographical feat, more mountain peaks than any other nation in the world.
Luxembourg have got 2 Olympic Winter Games silver medals. Both came in 1992, courtesy of the skier Marc Girardelli. They finished 16th in the medal standings then. Gwyneth Tenra joins fellow skier Mathieu Och, who was on his own, carrying the hopes of a nation 4 years ago. Belarus are on a bit of a run. They've won a medal at every Games since 1994, with Sochi the most lucrative. The 25 athletes competing won 6 medals, 5 of those were gold, just the 1 bronze, and that made them finish 8th in the medals table.
India, 31-year-old Arif Khan is their only athlete. He's an alpine skier from Kashmir. He will compete in 2 events, in alpine skiing, slalom and giant slalom. He is the first Indian athlete to qualify for 2 different events at the Winter Olympics. And he attributes his success to his father, Yasin, a ski tour operator who introduced him to skiing when he was less than 10 years old. They'll be fielding 13 athletes, their biggest team so far at a Winter Games. The nation has had 3 top 10 finishes on ice, all by the figure skating dance couple of Margarita Drobdziasko and Pavilas Vanagas. And they have figure skaters holding the flag this evening, Paulina Ramanaskate and Davidas Kizala.
Well, the lone Nigerian athlete, Samuel Ekpefun, becomes his country's first male Winter Olympian, the first skier to represent Nigeria at the Olympic Winter Games as he takes to the snow for the cross-country events. And back in 2016, Seun Adegun founded the Nigerian Bobsled team, going on to compete at the 2018 Games in the 2-women event. Keenly watching from the West African nation are the Ghanaians, hoping that Swiss-raised Carlos Maeda, the 3rd Ghanaian set to compete at the Olympic Winter Games. That's only to compete in Beijing after a positive COVID-19 test dashed skeleton racer Kwasi Frimpong's hopes of qualifying for a 2nd successive Games. But all eyes on Maeda.
Well, what can we say about Canada? One of 6 nations to have always won a medal at an Olympic Winter Games. Won a record 14 golds in Turin 16 years ago. There's Charles Hamlin. Now, Brooke Dont, who is the youngest member of the squad here, and she's going to be competing in the half-pipe snowboard, wasn't quite a year old when Hamlin made his Olympic debut 16 years ago.
Similar story in the ice hockey as well, where you've got Mason McTavish, who's 19. You've got 37-year-old Eric Stahl, who is an exclusive member of the Triple Gold Club.
24वीं सुरमई ओलंपिक्स 2022 की रंगारंग इफ्तिताही तकरीब बीजिंग में जारी है। इफ्तिताही तकरीब में वजीर आजम पाकिस्तान समेत आलमी सरबराहान भी शरीक है। विंटर ओलंपिक्स के ये मुकाबले 20 फरवरी तक जारी रहेंगे। चीन पहली बार विंटर ओलंपिक्स की मेजबानी कर रहा है। वफाकी वज़रा वज़ीर ख़ारजा शाह महमूद कुरैशी, फवाद चौधरी, असद उमर भी इस तकरीब में मौजूद हैं। वज़ीर आज़म इमरान खान के हमरा, जबकि पाकिस्तानी एथलीट मोहम्मद करीम अल्पाइन स्कीइंग में हिस्सा लेंगे। 24वीं सुरमई ओलंपिक्स 2022 की रंगारंग इफ्तिताही तकरीब जारी है।